Okay, good morning, year 5. Now, today we're starting our new topic and we're looking at position and direction within graphs and specifically position in the first quadrant today. Okay, this here is the first quadrant where both our x and y axes are positive. Now, first of all, you need to label the x axis, label the y-axis. So which one is it? This one here, this x, or is that y? So just put an x or y next to it. And is this one here x or y? That's what you need to do first of all. Then there are coordinates for coordinates for A, B, C, D, and E. I've put a little message down here just to refresh your memory. Along the corridor and up the stairs. Okay. And then they're asking you, does it matter which way round you write the numbers? Have a good think about all of that. You don't need to work them out or write them all down. Have a good think in your mind. Obviously check your answers to see if you were right. Okay, so the first one, very fluency one, write down the coordinates of A, B, C, D, and E. Now, I'm only going to help you with one of these, so you have to work out the rest. And let's go for B. If we're going along the corridor, which is this one here, going along until we get to B. So B is sat on 8, so our first coordinate will be 8. Put that in brackets. And then we need to go up the stairs until we get to B. And we just need to work across this way here to actually see where B is. So B is 8 along the x-axis, so that goes first, and it's 4 on the y-axis, so that goes second. So along the corridor and up the stairs, our coordinate for B would be 8, 4. Okay, so you can do the rest for A, C, D, and E, and then check your answers on the next slide. Okay, this is a great question. Each point moves 2 squares left. Write the new coordinates of each point. Let's go for E this time that I'll help you with. Each point moves 2 squares left. Okay, so 1 square. That there would be 2 squares left. So if I change to blue, and I'll try and colour this in. Something like that. So that's our new point there. And it's of E. Okay, so that's after it has been moved. So we go along the corridor until we get to 4. And then up the stairs. And then so we get to here, and that reads across at 8. Okay, so our new coordinate would be 4, 8. Make sure it's in brackets. So we go along the corridor to 4, 4 along the x-axis, x number's always first, and then up to 8 on the y-axis, and then y is always second. So it'll be 4, 8 here for E, because we've moved E 2 to the left. Okay, it's 2 to the left that way. You can do the rest for D, B, A, and C. And then obviously check your answers on the next slide. Okay, perfect. Look at the shape drawn on the grid below. Write the coordinates of each vertices in the shape. Vertices, what does vertices actually mean? So vertices is telling us about the corners here, nice and simply. So this is what they're after, the corners here. I'm not going to work out any of them, but you need to work out the coordinates for the vertices, which would be the corners of this shape. And obviously check your answers again when you move on. Okay, problem solving. Good. So the coordinates below will create a letter. Draw and join them on the grid to find out the letter. Just get yourself a normal piece of paper, that's absolutely fine. If you don't have like squared paper, that is. Draw a grid, do some of your lines in the middle section so it looks like a bit of a graph, and then plot your points. Plot your points, see what letter it is. Okay, this is my favourite question out of all of them, and the last one that we're going to look at all together. 2 coordinates of the 4 have already been plotted. Write their coordinates. So, write their coordinates to start with. We'll do this one here. So we'll go along to 4 and up to, what does it read across here? 7. So 4, 7. This is the coordinates here. And it says you need to work out the coordinates to this one here. That's absolutely fine. I'll leave that down to you. And it says, and the missing ones that are needed on the grid to create a square. Now, I'm not going to do this for you, but if we jump 1, 2, 3, 4 squares, it goes from our coordinate 4, 7 to whatever this coordinate here is. Because I haven't worked that one out, I'm leaving it down to you. We've jumped 4 squares. Now we know that squares are, it's a rectangle where all 4 sides are the same length. Okay, so that is like the important properties of a square. All sides are the same length and it's a 4-sided shape. So if it's 4 squares across the top, then down the side would be 4 squares, along the bottom 4 squares, and up the other side would be 4 squares. Okay, so you need to think about what would that look like. It's still x-axis first and y-axis second, so you can't just take away 4 from the x-axis if we're not moving to the left or to the right, etc. So work this one out. It looks straightforward, but make sure you get this question correct, please. Okay, and then there's a couple more slides, and I'm not going to get onto those. I'm going to leave you to deal with those. On the questions, for the reasoning and problem solving, you'll need to draw a grid, so a graph, sorry. What I'm suggesting you do is draw a graph, make sure it's quite big, and then you can answer all 3 questions on that same graph. Just use different coloured pens. Maybe use a pencil, then use a blue pen, black pen, red, whatever colours you've got. But it would be quite easy, I think, hopefully, for you to just use that one graph. If you want to use 3 graphs, then absolutely brilliant. But if you don't, then don't worry too much about that. Okay, have a good go today, guys.